I just want to start off by saying that the reason why the audio and video doesn't sync is because the original video was shot with Swedish language. Enjoy the video. Hi, today I'm doing a unboxing and a review. This is usually something I don't do, but I ordered a book from a company called Premier Collectibles in the United States. And after 35 days, I got a letter from the Swedish Postal Service that I needed to pay some additional tax and fees due to the fact that it was an imported item. And now after 38 days, the book has finally arrived. So here we have the package, and it definitely seems to be from the company Premier Collectibles. As I understand it, this company's whole idea is to sell books that are signed by the author, or in this case by the members of the band, because the book is written about a band. And in this case, the book is signed by my all-time favorite band, Bad Religion, not to be confused with the band No Fun at All. That is a very good Swedish skate punk band. So this book is called Do What You Want by Bad Religion, and it's written by an author called Jim Ruland, or the book states that it's by Bad Religion with Jim Ruland. This book summarizes the first 40 years of Bad Religion's career up until now. I mean, since they started in 1980 and this year is 2020, so they've been around for 40 years in total. And for the task of writing the book, Bad Religion, I don't know, hired or consulted. Let's say hired a guy called Jim Ruland, and I don't really know the whole story behind him, but as I understand it, he has written several other, biographies or band biographies. Can't really remember right off my head which bands, but yeah, that's basically he's done that, and so Bad Religion hired him to co-write the book. And as I understand it, the way he wrote the book is that he did interviews with the current members of the band, and also previous members of the band and people that have been involved with the band, and then he compiled this book. And there's one thing that's kind of special with this book, and I actually found out about this today. Well, I didn't find out about the thing, but from, correct me if I'm wrong here, 1984 until 2013, Bad Religion had a guitarist named Greg Hudson, and he's not a part of the book at all. And what I found out today was that I heard an interview with the band's bass player Jay Bentley, where he said that he had reached out to Greg Hudson and said to him that you've been an integral part of the band for around 30 years, and you should really talk to Jim Ruland and tell your part of your time in the band. But he flat out refused, and he said, I don't want to. And as Jay Bentley said, and that's that. I mean, we can't really do much more than that. And since this is a book, you can also order it, without autographs, because as I said, this is the whole point of the whole, idea behind Premier Collectibles. And so you can actually order it just, as a regular book. I was actually, my plan was to actually just buy the book, the standard book from Kings Road Merch. They have they have a place in Europe, and they also have their American store, and I think they have an Australian store too. But the thing is that I emailed them because the book wasn't available a couple of days after launch, and they got back to me and told me that we don't have any more copies. It's sold out. And I asked them, aren't you ever going to get any new copies? And they replied, no, we're not going to get any new copies. And I don't know if that is just, the first pressing, or what you usually call it, with books, and that they're actually eventually going to get more copies of the book. But that's what they told me. So I looked around actually on a Bad Religion, the BR page group on Facebook, and asked, does anyone know where I can get the book, because I really want it. I mean, I've been in Bad Religion since 1994, so I really, really wanted the book. And someone pointed out to me that this site Premier Collectibles actually has the book in stock. You can go in there and order it. I think I paid like 35 euros for the book, and then the fees that I had to pay to the Swedish Postal Service was like 12.5 euros. So in the end, it wasn't the cheapest book in the world, but whatever. Now let's open the book and see if I actually got a signed book, with autographs. So here we have the package, and all these things here. I'm just assuming that's just custom things, all the countries it's been through. And here we can see that it is from Premier Collectibles, and as I said, they specialize in autographed books. So now let's see here. So this seems to be some kind of thing you're supposed to pull on to open the package. Oh well, this seems to go really well. I mean, it's really stuck. But on the other hand, the packaging is not really something I really intend to save, but maybe I should just be a little bit careful so I don't damage the book. That would be really sad. Well, here we go. So let's see what's in here. Oh well, this seems to be my address information, and I'm guessing just put the company to not screw up the shipping, basically. I've also read online that the Premier Collectible company actually includes some kind of certificate of authenticity in the packaging, and yeah, we'll see. So here we have the book, and in its packaging, or it's a protective thing. So let's see. Yeah, it's like a pocket of some. Oh well, let's see. Oh, the book is really, I don't know. I thought it was going to be smooth, but it's a little bit rough. Oh, cool. Well, more than that, it's just the book. Well, let's see. On the first side, there's supposed to be first page, let's be autographs. Oh, there's the certificate. Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, and there it's definitely the autographs. Okay, and these are not as you usually do. You'll do, that the band will actually sign the book on the page, and then the band members will sign the page, and then you end up replicating that, basically doing copies. But this page has been written on by the band physically, because you can look online and there's some pages, or some, these pages that have been signed that, I think Brett Gurvitz, one of the guitarists, actually signed out to the side, the side with the red page there. So his name is actually not, his whole autograph isn't actually on the page. It's just because the page is added later. So it looks weird. So these are definitely real autographs. These autographs are, only members that are in the band as of now. And I know that people in the United States has gotten, more of the previous members to sign the book. Pete Feinstone, the previous drummer, Bobby Shayer, one of the previous drummers too. And, that's really cool. That would be something really to have all previous members autograph the book too. That would be really cool, I think. Okay, let's see. So this is supposed to be some kind of certificate of authenticity. I can't really pronounce that word, but it's a certificate that it's authentic. The book is authentic, or I'm guessing the autographs are authentic. So let's see what it says here. We certify that this autographed book has been signed by the author. And then on the bottom there it says Don Ward, CEO of Premier Collectibles. Here you can clearly see that this is a reproduction of signatures. I mean, the whole paper here is probably a reproduction that's just added, and some people point out online that it's more of a promotional thing or a gimmick, but I don't know how much this certificate is worth, but anyway. But as I understand it from reading online, I mean, the autographs themselves are definitely genuine, and they are really signed. Every individual book is signed by the members of Bad Religion. So here we have the back cover of the book, and I haven't read it, but I'm guessing it tells you a little bit about what to expect from the book and so on. Well, so how many pages would you actually need to tell the story of the band's first 40 years of their career? And well, here's a picture of Jim Ruland, and as I said, he's the one that wrote the book by interviewing different people for the book. So I think it was like 300 something pages. Let's see. Oh, there's an index here for everything in the book. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Well. Oh, that's it's like a phone book, basically. Holy crap. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Records. Acknowledgements in 307 pages. Well, with the index pages, 324 pages. Yeah, and I'm not going to read the whole book to you there, but because then it's going to be an audiobook, and there is actually an audiobook version of the book. And also the book is available, if I'm not mistaken, also in Italian and Spanish and German. It could be that it actually ends up in more languages. It's not available in my native language, Swedish, but no, so I got the English version. Well, I guess that's all. So that was a review and, first look at Bad Religion's book, Do What You Want, The Story of Bad Religion by Bad Religion with Jim Ruland.